All right, we live, brother.
Khan,
Hey,
Shalom.
shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we would love to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh
Yahushai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
Rakashabach.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught us his truth. Blessings and safety to the men, women, and children that believe on the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah in truth and sincerity. To you, we say Shalom. All right. And as you see here on the title of this live, man, it's titled How Should You Raise a Child? Okay. And the reason why, we came up with this title, because I was just telling a brother about my experience. It's this chick out in Charlotte that I talked to, and I had 2 conversations with her early in the morning while she getting her daughter up for school, man. And her daughter be going crazy, man. But prior to that, we had to talk about, disciplining children. And she said she would never, ever touch her daughter. So the next day, I swear the Lord always sent edification. The next day, I called her about 7:30. She was getting her daughter up for daycare. And this little girl, 3. And, her mama, like, begging and pleading with her. And she's just basically being disrespectful. Like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And then she said, okay. And she was riding in the car, and that little Play-Doh the kids can play with, it can get messy.
Yeah.
She told her daughter she couldn't open the Play-Doh, and the daughter opened the Play-Doh anyway. And she's like, you're just gonna open the Play-Doh? Oh, okay. You're making mommy sad. And all that bullshit, man. And this is why, Yahweh Shemi Awashah, gave us a law to follow, man, so that everything will be perfect. Just dealing with life itself, man. The law is beneficial to your life, man. Okay, and this is why the Lord set up order. You got something, brother?
Yeah, I got a few things.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Come out swinging.
Khan, this is the book of Proverbs 14, verse 3. And it's funny because when you read Proverbs 14, verse 1, I'm going to start at 1 because we were speaking on 1. It says, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Right. And like brother said, man, if you a wise woman, you're going to understand that you need that masculine energy as to spearhead the household, to keep everything in order. A woman cannot raise a man. A woman is going to raise an effeminate man, a gay man,
emotional ass man.
Right. Or a horror of a woman or a child or a girl. That's what women will raise by themselves because there's no balance. There's not that masculine energy to bring in that discipline. And it says, verse 2, he that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Lord, and he that is perverse in his way despiseth him. Verse 3, in the mouth, Salakia, I got 2 scriptures mixed up. This is the one I wanted. Proverbs 13 and 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son. Right? So she not showing her daughter true love. If you're not disciplining your children, you don't actually love your children, because now they're gonna be raised up in a way where they have no accountability, where they can get themselves in dangerous situations where they may lead to their death. It says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastiseth him betimes. So you gotta constantly chastise your children. Yeah, y'all can have some of that, man.
Hey, but in this society, and I'm not gonna say every woman, okay, but you got majority of our women, instead of being an actual parent to their children, they be their children's friend. I see that a lot with moms and daughters. Instead of being a mother to her daughter, she's her daughter's friend, man, and that never works, man. And then not only that, we in that era of parents putting their children on social media to gain followers or to gain attention, man. I see that a lot. And that's against the scriptures, man. You got kids on YouTube using rude speech and showing their ass, man, and the parents just sitting back and laughing, man. That's against the scriptures. I got a long precept, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is Sirach 30 and 11. It says, "Give him no liberty in his youth." So you're not supposed to give a child no liberty, man. A child is not supposed to do whatever they please to do, man. A child can't go anywhere a child want to go. A child shouldn't be able to say what a child want to say. A child can't even eat what he want to eat. You dictate that. All right. That's why the Lord, he set an order. He said it's the Heavenly Father, His Son, His men, and His woman, and then it's the children. Okay, the children that are at the bottom of the total pole, man, which means they have no say so, man. But it says, give him no liberty in his youth and wink not at his follies, man. So when kids be doing goofy ass shit, you ain't supposed to wink at that, man. Mm-hmm. You ain't supposed to smile and laugh when you hear a child disrespecting an adult.
Can you, Baba Kashar, can you read verse 9?
Sirach 30 and 9.
Khan.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 9. It says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid.
Yeah, and the word conquer means to pamper. Like you babying it, you know what I'm saying? Talking about you making mommy sad, and mommy don't like when you do that. Like that's you conquering the child, so that child gonna grow up to not respect your authority. And
right.
Eventually that child gonna make you afraid. That's the type of child that'll fight you when they get to be 11, 12, 13 years old. They want to throw blows and shit, you know?
Sirach 30 and 9, it says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Yeah, we don't play with kids. We grown as adults, man. We don't play. I rarely play with my sons. Because why? Because the scriptures tell us not to. Because the type of behavior that is going to breed in them, to not respect authority, to think that they're equal with authority. Because if they playing with you, then they're gonna go play with some other adult out here in society, and they ain't gonna be playing with their ass. And that's a reflection of you, man.
Yeah.
Verse 10 says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Because why? He could eat the things that his behavior will lead to his death.
That's right. Hey, and that's the spirit, man. Because Esau know that. That's why, the scriptures say apply the rod to that child, man. Beat that child with the rod, man. You know what that set up?
Yeah, I got all the rod scriptures.
Hey, bring one out for me real quick, brother.
This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13. I'm gonna read 22 and 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Right. The rod of correction shall drive it far from him, man. Okay, and that's why in this society, you can't pretty much apply the rod to your child how you like to, man. Because why? Esau step in, and I'm living proof that what happened with my son and my baby moms, man. He pulled the TV down in Walmart. And she fucking got with him in Walmart, smacked him on that butt, man. And what? She already had an open case. Children's Services come right in and take them Christmas morning. Esau don't want you to discipline your children, man. Okay, because what he wants to ultimately do, he wants them to be like wild bulls. Okay, to grow up, and that's why he made a juvenile prison. This is why this devil is making money off juvenile facilities, man. He wants your child to either end up in a juvenile facility, or he wants your child to be a part of some gang. He wants them to be some drug so he can gun them down in the streets, man.
Yeah, that's what scriptures say, that your children shall go into captivity, man. Because really our children not ours. They belong to the state. They're a product of the government of the United States of America. That's why, they label us parents, So they say you renting your children. You know what I'm saying? You're a parent that's renting your children,
Hey, that's why the scriptures, I'm gonna get this real quick. Sirach 30 and 3, it says, well, I'm gonna start at 1. It says, he that loveth his son calls him off to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. So you gotta let your child feel that rod, man. You got to. You have to. Hey, this is why the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, he chastening us, man. When we get chastened, man, it may not be unto death, man, but it's to correct this. Okay, that's all the rod is supposed to do, is to correct that child's behavior, man. It says, he that chasteneth his son shall have joy of him, and shall rejoice of him amongst his acquaintance, man. So even when you go around some people that you're acquainted with, people that you know, okay, and they can see how your child. You might tell your child to, because hey, children, their mind is small, man. So they do a lot of folly. But when that parent say, "Hey, cut it out right now," and they see that child say, "Yes, yes, 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 ma'am, yes, mom."
Right.
That's having joy in him amongst your acquaintance. But if your child is doing everything you tell your child not to do, that just make you look like a bad parent. And then parents be looking at you like, "Damn, your kid able to do that." I wish. Right. Hey, that's what the parent get. I wish my child would. Hey, look, verse 3. This is the point. It says, "He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friend he shall rejoice of him." So yeah, Esau be grieved when you teach your child, man. When you train your child up the right way, that grieve Esau, especially when you train your child up to know who his damn enemy is.
Yeah, you be walking in, like I be walking in, the store. Esau see you with all your children, all your sons. You would think they'll smile at you or something, or smile at them. They be mean mugging. You know what I'm saying? Only people
they be upset.
They be mad because they don't want to see that man with his children. They want to see the woman with a bunch of kids. Then if they see a woman, if they see an Eve with a bunch of kids, they smiling. Oh, hey, look at little cute babies. But don't let it be a father. They don't like to see that.
That's right.
And the reason why is verse 4. It says, "Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he have left one behind that is like himself." Right.
That's right.
Because you train up your child to be a miniature version or another version than you. So if you hate Edomites, your son's gonna be raised up to hate Edomites. You know what I'm saying? If you are masculine and raise children up in the law, your son's gonna be masculine and raise children up in the law.
That's why Esau had to break that. That's why he had to bind the strong. He had to bind the strong, man. Come in the house, take the man out of the house. He already had our woman mind. Okay, so hey, man, this is why we got all this damn. So I hate this whole. You got all these children on damn. I can't even scroll on the TikTok without seeing some fucking kids on there, man.
Right.
You feel me? This shit, man. Unsupervised, man.
Yeah. It says, let me read Proverbs 23 and 13. "Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die." You see, so if you don't beat him with the rod, hey, 9 times out of 10, man, she or she gonna live a lifestyle that leads to death, because the scriptures say that the law is profitable for correction, for reproof, for instruction in righteousness. A light unto our feet. And it says that the law is life. It says, what's that scripture where it says, "Honor thy mother and father, and thy days shall be long on earth."
Yeah, that's a big reason why a lot of children, get judged as well. When they get to a certain age, it be because of the lack of respect that they have for their father and mother, man. That's why the brother just quoted it: "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth." That's why these kids out here got a short lifespan as well, man.
And we ain't play that in the ancient world, man. I'm about to read one of the laws, man. When your children got to a certain age, when they got to 12 and they was still stubborn, still rebellious, still a glutton, a low life, ain't want to get in the field, ain't want to, work, then we'll put them to death, man, because that's wicked, man. For you to have a child that don't even obey his parents, then who he gonna obey? If he don't obey his parents, who he gonna obey?
Right. He's not good to society.
Exactly.
And he don't feel the same way. That's why
I was about to say that.
This devil feels the same way, man. It's kids in a juvenile facility doing the stretch, man.
Right.
Okay, but like I said, he either want to lock them up or he want to gun them down. This guy is a threat to society. We got to get him out of the way, man.
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18. "If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him will not hearken unto them," verse 19, "then shall his father and mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gates of his place." Hey, keep it down. It says, verse 19, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So that's an evil thing, man. That's
right.
an evil thing. And the scriptures talked about, we read, a child that is left to himself will become willful. So if when you don't discipline your child, when you just give them a tablet and tell them to go and play with the tablet for 12 hours, 8 hours in a day, and you don't talk to them, you don't teach them nothing, you ain't, instructing them, having them practice, I don't know, handwriting, Hebrew, whatever, teaching them out the scriptures, but they just over there with the tablet and the TV, that's a child being left to himself, man.
That's right.
He gonna get
Hey,
into all type of folly.
Hey, a comedian said that too. He was like, he had opened up an act. I was watching this comedian dude. He was like, a lot of y'all left y'all kids in the car. Y'all ain't have a babysitter. He said y'all just gave him a tablet. He like, that's fucked up. The tablets is the new babysitters. Esau know that. That's why he, But I got some real quick. This is Sirach 30. This is Sirach 30 and 12. It says bow down his neck while he is young. So you gotta get on the child when they're young, man. When a child is young and able to move around and walk, okay, a child able to get into shit, you got to start in, man. You got to get on top of it, ASAP, okay? It says, bow down his neck when he is young and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart, man. That's the spirit, because I was talking to another chick, and she was, telling me about her daughter, how her daughter doing this, and she was just like, oh, I don't know what to do. That's that sorrow to thy heart. This is why you're supposed to start on a child when they is young, man. Okay, because when they get to a certain age, they gonna start doing things that's gonna worry you, man. But that's your own fault, man.
Right. Yeah, scripture say idleness teacheth much evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to say set them to work. You know what I'm saying? You got to start, man. That's all my sons, like you brought it out. The word family mean a house of servants, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly giving my sons tasks to do, whether it's to grab me the remote, go get my charger. You know what I'm saying? Because them being idle and just sitting around doing nothing, that teaches much evil, like the scriptures say.
Beautiful,
especially
bro.
As they get older.
Beautiful, bro. And like, it's just, and it's like, it's like, that's why, a mom, a mother in this society, not every woman can shoot footwear. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, But, all they worried about is going to the club, man. But you got to understand the way you gotta kind of step out of this devil's maze, man, because how the household is set up, the kids go to school, you got to go to work, that's why that man got to be there. The kid, that's why a woman not supposed to work, man.
Right.
This is why a woman not supposed to be at no job. The man go out and get the bread and butter, man. Okay, the woman is out at home with the children, applying whatever her husband told her to apply. But in this society, the parents at work, you send your kid up to school, and on top of school, you got to send your child up to daycare. By the time y'all get home, you cook some food, try to help your child with the homework. It's bedtime. You got 8 hours of sleep, and then you get back up and do the same thing over again. So when is you really able to really teach and raise your child? You're not. You're letting Esau teach and raise your child, man.
That's the spirit. You said that though, because I was thinking about daycare. They can't discipline your children at daycare. You know what I'm saying? All they can do is cocker the child. All they can do is say, "No, don't do that. You're being bad. You're not listening. Go in time out." They can't really discipline your child at daycare. So the whole time you send your child to daycare for 8 hours, they not getting no discipline there. You know what I'm saying? Then they got to come home to you, and you ain't disciplining them either. So where are they getting the discipline from? I got a precept to back up what you said, because like you said, Esau has everything turned upside down. What the woman is supposed to be in the house. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse damn. I mean, it's all good. I'm gonna start at 11, and the point is in 14. It says, "But the younger widows refuse, for when they begun to wax wanton against Hamashiach, they will marry, having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith." It says that's talking about the younger single women. being not put on the list of widows. It says verse 13, and with all they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house. That's what these women do. And
That's
not
right.
only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not, gossiping, oh, basketball wives, whatever, all these reality TV shows. That just promotes gossip and being busybodies. That's all that
Yep.
is. And it says, verse 14, I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. So that's what a younger woman's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to marry the man that take her virginity. Then she's supposed to bear his children, and she's supposed to raise up the children at home. But in this
Supposed to guide
society,
the house. And
guide the house.
Off the man and what he say. He set the order. The Lord deal with the man deal with the woman deal with the children, man.
Yep.
But that whole structure is broken apart, due to Esau. But when you come back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you start to regain that back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Esau be mad as hell, man. I look at the brother in our camp, man, the head brother.
Mm-hmm.
And how he raised his children up, and how they know who
Right.
their enemy is, how they
Right.
know the scriptures, how they know the law, how they know how to go to Abba.
Right.
Hey, man, it's beautiful, man. Hey, man, coming back to the Lord, man, you regain that, you regain that structure and that power, not all the way to a full, but you somewhat gain it, as scriptures say, rehearsing the righteous acts, man.
Right. Con.
You had something,
bro? Yeah, I could. Yeah, just keep going here in Sirach 30 and verse 12. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the side while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. And that's what we spoke about,
Yeah, you can keep price them on that, but pretty much, that's what happens, man. This is why, parents, hey, we go to work with people every day, man, and you got parents coming in there talking about their children, man, how their children is stressing them out, how their children is doing this and how their children is doing that. And that's why it's very important to start when a child is young, to apply the rod to them, man. The rod is for correction, man, and it do work.
Yep, it sure do. That's what we was talking about it at work one day. We was like, because you got the Edomite there. He's talking about, well, I just don't believe people should whoop their children. Meanwhile, this nigga ain't got no children. This nigga never even got no pussy. This nigga's a virgin, but he trying to teach me how to raise my children and shit. I'm like, man, Edomites is crazy, bro.
Hey, look, Edomites believe in timeouts.
Right.
Just sit in your room on timeout. What a book say. If you gonna put a nigga, if you gonna put a kid on timeout, have some books in his hand or something, man.
Right.
Put him in a chair.
Right.
Then, that's why a couple of years later, you fucking Edomite child be in the garage building a bomb.
Yep, shooting up schools and shit, man. It ain't Jake shooting up schools, man. It's these Edomites.
Hey, no, Shalaki, it was a comedian nigga. He talking about some. Hey, I try to have a shootout. Hey, he said, if I pull out a gun on my mama and my father, it's gonna be a shootout in the house.
Right. That's funny. No, but the reason why I said that is because we was talking. I'm like, shit, man. I'm like, shit. Whoopings work, man. I'm like, shit. It only take 1 or 2 ass whoopings, and your child will never do certain shit again. You know what I'm saying? It only take one time for you to really pull down their pants, bend their ass over, and whoop them and they'll never do that type of behavior ever again. That's why the scripture say the rod of correction shall drive him far from it. That shit will never come into their mind ever again to stay out, at such and such time, or to
I got something real quick. You can break it down.
Con.
It's Sirach 30 and 7. It says, "He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds,
right,
and his bowels will be troubled at every cry."
Yeah, you basically you spoiling your children, man. You know what I'm saying? You basically trying to act like he ain't as bad as he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he just, what they say, he just terrible too. You need to be a terrible power unto him. You know what I'm saying? You need to put the fear of the Lord in him while they 2, you know what I'm saying, 2, 3 years old. That's a very impressionable age, you know. And if you're not disciplining them, I discipline my 1-year-old. He 1, I still be telling them no, no, and might give him a little tap on the hand or tap on the butt. You know what I'm saying? Just to let them know certain behaviors look already like, nah, you don't want to go in that direction. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or child be like at 1 or 2, they like to hit and smack people on the face. You know what I'm saying? And they think that they playing like, nah, you don't hit people on the face. You know what I'm saying? So when you make too much of your son, can you read it one more time, Bible Shah?
Is it, bro?
If you still got it.
Yeah. Because that even parents that make an excuse for everything their child does. That's often itself, man. But the scripture said, Sirach 30:7, he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
Right. So your children is like your prized possession. You just love them so much that you can't even discipline them. And so that's those over worried parents. You know, like my mom, she was like that. Anything that happened to her, it was the end of the world. She was about to have a heart attack. When I broke my wrist, she almost had a damn heart attack because she make too much of her children. So every time they get hurt, or every time, you know what I'm saying, he busts his lip or he fall, oh my God, are you okay? Let mommy kiss it. You know what I'm saying?
No, let them eat it up, man.
Right.
This what life. Hey, this is life, man.
Exactly.
You gotta let your children understand what life is like.
Exactly.
And that's even with these damn fucking holidays and bullshit,
right.
man. Here it is. A parent worked all these damn hours at work and put presents under the tree. We're not, we're not condoning that. I mean, we're not saying that you should do that. No. Fuck all that Christmas shit, but a parent put all those gifts under Christmas, and then you tell your child a damn fucking Edomite brought the gifts to him. That's why they get the toys and shit. They break that shit up. Oh, Christmas coming back.
Right.
Esau gonna bring me some more gifts. No, you let your child. You tell your child, look, mama had to work all these hours to put these gifts under this tree. You don't tell your child some Edomite brought them and dropped them off, and your child ain't gonna care about them toys because I'm gonna get some more from Esau. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the spirit
with some reindeers in the snow.
Right. Here, that's the spirit though, because before I knew about the truth when I was in the world, I used to tell my son like I'm Santa. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no white man bringing this shit. I ain't know no better. Like I said, I was in the world and shit, but that was my mindset. Like I'm not giving the credit to some fucking imaginary. I told my son straight up, Santa ain't real. The Easter Bunny ain't real. You know what I'm saying? He got in trouble.
Fairy, your child lose a tooth, you put the dollar under the pillow and think some little fairy Edomite bro. Man, no.
Right.
Quit fucking that.
That's all idolatry, man. And my son got in trouble because he went to school teaching other kids that Santa wasn't real and shit.
He got in trouble. Let your child know the truth, man. You fucking lying with all these damn fairy tales and myths, man. You telling your child, like I said, people, you niggas in the world that celebrate that Christmas shit, man. Hey, man, tell your child the truth. If you gonna go all out on your child for Christmas, hey, tell them the truth.
And
mommy had to work overtime, or dad had to work overtime to get these gifts, man.
Right.
And you wonder why your kids break them up, and you're like, damn, you just got that because you told them something Edomite brought it.
Right. Yeah, and the main person that came against me for teaching my son the truth was my baby mama. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Don't spoil it for him.
Right. Why are you telling him certain stuff? You should wait till a certain age. Teach them while they're young, man. You know what I'm saying? Teach them while they're young. I put on that one scene from Roots where they beat Toby and they made him. I mean, they beat Kenta and made him Toby. I showed my sons that like 2-3 years ago, man. They was shook. They was sitting there watching that shit like, oh my God. They were 4 or 5 years old, but hey, they need to see shit like that, man, so they can know what these Edomites really about, man. What they did does, and why Yahweh Shema Shah say we gonna do certain shit to them, man, because they did it to us. But that's all right. We're gonna get the last line.
That's right, brother. You got anything else, bro?
I mean, I could read one more of the Rod scriptures. I think I got one more left.
Okay. So we'll close on that
one. This is Proverbs 23 and 13 and 14. It says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
Right.
Thou
So
shalt
you're
be.
not supposed to withhold the rod, man. If it's of course it's a balance, okay. But and you're not supposed to withhold the rod from your children, man.
Right.
If your child does something that's worthy of an ass whooping, you lay it on them. Because, like I said, that rod is for correction.
Right. Yeah, so like it, because the scriptures is detailed too. The Lord even instructs you how to whoop them. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't say punch him in the chest, smack him in the face. It say beat him on the sides. You know what I'm saying? So right on the hip, on the buttocks, that's where you give it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord, not on the back. Esau whipping your back. The Lord didn't tell us to whip backs. He said beat him on the side, because that area was made for whoopings. The Lord designed it to take a belt.
Hey, if you think about it, it's not a lot of bone right there, man. So that cheek is not a lot of bone right there.
And plus, the reason why the Lord said on the sides is because even if it's sore, you can still sit down on your ass, you know what I'm saying? Because it's on your side, so it can heal properly. You know what I'm saying? The Lord know what he's talking about, man.
That's right.
It says, verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. You know?
That's right. That's right, brother. Hey, because at the end of the day, this devil don't want you to whoop your child, because ultimately he want to shoot him down.
Yep.
He want to shoot him down, or he want to lock his ass up in juvenile prison, man, until he an adult, and then transfer him to the juvenile facility, to the adult facility. This devil then went up on juvenile life to 25 years old. So you can do some shit at 14 and get sent to juvenile facility until you're 21, and then they'll transfer your ass to the adult system for the last 3 years, man. And this is why the devil don't want you. That's why I said you beat your child, he shall not die, man. Which means what? You beat him, but also that whooping comes with you training him up in the law as well, man. You have to when you discipline a child, you can't just discipline them. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, and some of these women, they get down on their children. You can't just whoop a child and that's it. You gotta whoop them and then train them up and teach them the right way. You can't just beat him every time he do something and not let him know right from wrong.
Right. Yeah. That's what I mentioned to the people at work. I'm like, I don't just whoop my children any kind of way. I said, but once after I whoop them, I sit them down and explain why he got the whooping. You know what I'm saying? And what to do in the future to avoid another ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? You got, like you said, you got to explain to them. You can't just beat them and then leave them clueless. Like, damn, why my mom you keep whooping my ass?
That's the spirit, brother. Because the Lord whooped us and explained why he whooped us. The Lord told us it was because of our iniquities. The Lord, even though he don't owe us no explanation. A parent don't owe a child an explanation, but it's the fact of you telling your child why this happened. Hey, that's why the Lord said if we follow the laws and commandment, that we will rule over these nations. But if we didn't, these curses will come upon us, man. All right, and this is why the Lord gave us. He let us know, like, hey, because of your iniquities, man. This is why I did these things unto you, man. But that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. We hope this was edifying, and with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule well. And shalom, brother Lamar Zion, and double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well, and blessings and safety to the hopeful elect and the believers out there. Shalom.
Oh. Okay.